Thank you for giving us the time, and I pray the respect to speak to you about a very important and imperative program such as IHSS. Last week, my daughter and I, and I'm sure that you're familiar with her, attended and we listened to each and every person and client provider speak on the issues of these fraud investigations. After the meeting, I confronted two of the investigators personally, and I simply asked them if they were to come into my home and intimidate my 15-year-old daughter, who has been diagnosed with simple complex seizure disorder, among many other disabilities and health issues, if they would have the medical experience to handle a medical issue of this seriousness. And all they could say is, we cannot comment. Thank God that I have medical experience to be able to handle these seizure disorders and many other issues that she has. Her eating disorders. She cannot eat on her own. She cannot chew. She cannot swallow. She simply holds the food in her mouth until it sort of dissolves and tries to swallow it, therefore causing all kinds of digestive problems as well. She also has cerebral palsy. She has incontinence. She has scoliosis. She has allergy problems. She has to go in and have allergy shots every week. You know, she has so many problems. And if these people were to come in, and all they are is simple police officers, with no more than the intent to come in and coerce and intimidate these innocent, helpless people. This is wrong, and the investigations need to stop. If you want to investigate fraud, you need to look into the government, because that is where the fraud is.
Following that would be Astrid Zuniga.
First of all, I want to say thank you, gentlemen, for allowing us to speak. My name is Tanya Ferreira. I am a sister of a developmentally disabled brother that I do have full conservatorship of. I am actually one that has worked since I was 14 years old, and I have paid into the taxes since I was 14. At 17, I had to take my handicapped brother home. My mother was having some issues, and he came home to live with me from 17 to 20. I was married for 18 and a half years. I ran a program for almost 20 years for the developmentally disabled. When I went through a divorce after 18 and a half years, I was left alone to take care of the two kids. The father, took off. I had the kids to take care of. At that time, my mother was diagnosed with cancer. I had a developmentally disabled brother that was living with my mom. I now had to care for my mom. I had to care for my developmentally disabled brother. Besides that, I had to run 2 programs for the developmentally disabled, which was continuing college and community outreach. And due to this time and taking care of my mom, I was not receiving IHSS. I was not receiving IHSS for my brother. I did this because I had a full-time job. I had 2. I had 35 employees under me, 160 developmentally disabled under me. And due to my mother's passing, me running both programs, I developed high blood pressure. I had to go off work on disability leave. I had to place my brother into a care home. I want to back up a little bit there. My brother was born and raised in state hospitals. At the age of 9 years old, I volunteered in those state hospitals. I seen the abuse and neglect that went on. I was part of the investigation that went on in the state hospitals. I did the sleep packs at the Capitol. I met the President of the United States. I seen the abuse and neglect. When my mother became ill and I got high blood pressure, I actually had to place my brother into a care home for 28 days. They were giving me a break. Well, within those days, every day I had to be there. He was peeing on himself. He was over-medicated. I'm crying. They were telling me he was sweet. As he's peeing on himself and he's in his bed. You know what? I don't want to see that happen to anybody. You guys want to talk about abuse, you want to talk about fraud, look somewhere else, because you know what? I've worked my whole life, and I would take care of him 24/7, and I do the best care in the world. There is no person in this world that would take better care of my brother than I do. He's already been abused. He's already been neglected. He's an incredible man. He's 54 years old, and mentally he's a 5.3-year-old. This program is well needed. Don't think I can't go back out in the community. I can't get a good job and make better money, but I'm doing what I do because this is my family, and I love him. please, whatever you do, do not cut the wages, because there's fraud in every division, everything you look out there. The majority of us that are there, we're there because we care. And at $9.35 an hour, we're doing it from the heart. And any one of you up here on our board, if any of your mothers and fathers needed the care, wouldn't you like them to have the choice to stay in their own home and be able to receive the best of care at home? That's all I'm asking for. Please don't cut our program. Thank you.